Let's talk acreage living. That's right, more land, more privacy, more freedom. And yes, still close enough to Vernon that you can pop into town for groceries, maybe hit up a boutique, or drop the kids off at school. I'm Lisa Salt with Remax Vernon Salt Fowler, and in this video, we're gonna dive into the top 5 areas near Vernon for acreage properties. Now, whether you're looking for a hobby farm, maybe space to build your dream shop, or if you just want to breathe a little bit easier, there's lots of options for you. We'll look at what each area offers. We'll look at what kind of properties you can find there. We'll look at some price ranges in general, and I'll also give you a few tips if you're thinking of making the move to the country. So let's get started. Now, before we get into the list, let's talk about why acreages are such a big draw right now. People are looking for peace and quiet. They're looking for room for hobbies, for animals, or their garden. They're looking for separation from neighbors. And they're also looking for that feeling of freedom that comes with having a little, or maybe even a lot, more space. Since COVID, people have been wanting to have space around them. And the best part about that, in Vernon and the North Okanagan, you can get all that without being isolated. Most of these communities that we're going to talk about are just 10 to 20 minutes out of town. When we talk about country living with city convenience, we mean it. So let's kick it off with one of the most sought after rural areas near Vernon, BX, which includes both North and South BX. Now, what does BX stand for, you ask? Bernard Express. It was an old-time train station back in the day. So this area, North and South BX, it's popular for a lot of reasons. One is location, being located right outside of Vernon, just outside by a few minutes. You drive a few minutes from many of these homes and you're right in Vernon. North BX has quick access to Silver Star Road, while South BX has quick access to Highway 6 and downtown. You've got room to move up there, known for its rolling hills, mature trees, stunning valley, and sometimes lake views. You can get all that in the North and South BX. Many properties have 1 to 10 plus acres, and some are already set up for horses or hobby farming. So in 2025, prices typically range from $875,000 to $1.5 million, maybe over $2 million for a home on 2.5 to 5 acres, depending on how elaborate the house is and how usable the land is. Then you're looking at around 1.2 to 2.3 million for larger custom homes, maybe with outbuildings or suites. On privacy acreages, maybe there's quite a few of these privacy acreages out there that people just want to be away from their neighbors, not necessarily have animals or grow things, but they want to be away from their neighbors, have a beautiful home, and not just right in town. BX kind of offers that sweet spot, close to town, close to all the city amenities, but it feels like you're in the country. Next up is Lavington, located about 15 minutes east of Vernon along Highway 6. Technically, you're part of Coldstream, but it's actually an area of Coldstream called Lavington between Coldstream and Lumby. Now, what makes Lavington so great? It's a small town community vibe. You've basically got a school, a park, a corner store, some houses, some acreages, not really all that much else. You're fairly close into Greater Vernon, which includes Vernon and Coldstream together. Greater Vernon is both of those. It's surrounded by orchards and farmland and forested hills. You won't get any lake views from Lavington. You're not situated quite right like you do in the BX or Coldstream. Properties here tend to have larger lots and lower price tags than BX or Coldstream because you're just a little bit farther out and there's no possibility of a lake view. You still do have nice views though of the surrounding mountains, and if you're looking for room to garden, maybe have some animals or even a little farm stand, it's a great spot for that. It's a lower pace of life and you get more for your money. So if you want any of those things, Lavington delivers. Now, prices in 2025, $865,000. There's a home on 1 acre right now listed for exactly that in Lavington. And then it goes from that $865,000 to say $1.4 million-ish for most acreage homes in this area. Then you've got some smaller acreage lots like a 1/4 acre or 1/3 of an acre or older homes. They can still be found in the 600s. The bonus of Lavington too, there's still some vacant acreages there for those wanting to build from scratch, and some large acreages too. Now let's look a little bit outside of Greater Vernon, but before we do, Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel as we're posting new videos like this every single week. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the area that we call home, be sure to call, text, or email and just add salt. Third on our list, and again, a little bit outside of Vernon, is rural Coldstream, especially that upper Coldstream Valley Estates and Buchanan Road area. You're out Highway 6 maybe towards Lavington, maybe you're down Coldstream Creek Road, Buchanan, etc. There's acreages in all those areas. Now, why this is amazing, this area, is its close proximity to Kalamalka Lake, to Coldstream Elementary, plus the other excellent schools in Coldstream, which include Kidston Elementary and Coldstream Secondary. And you're still close into Vernon City itself for all the amenities. Here you get premium rural living. So think rolling pastures, established farms, million-dollar views. One of the most desirable and prestigious areas in the North Okanagan, or just prestigious areas, period, is Coldstream. So these houses are more expensive, acreages are more expensive, waterfront, of course, is more expensive. All across the board, it's just more expensive in Coldstream. So homes here range from 1.15 million for, say, 2.5 acres and a 1990s home, all the way up to 2.5 million. Plus even 4.5 million, and then up to the very, very high end. The most expensive home on the market is located in this area for 15.9 million. So have a look at our video on this one too, by the way, called The Home Tour of the Most Expensive House in Vernon. Is it worth it? This one's still listed and it's still relevant, so have a peek. Now, depending on the acreage size and the amenities, and that particular one, the 15.9, is right on the lake. You're not going to get many of those, but these are the types of places that you can get in rural Coldstream. You'll find properties with detached shops, stunning custom homes, large rolling landscapes, and killer lake views on some, and maybe even a horse barn, or a secondary home, or a suite, or a suite above the garage or something. It's a favorite for buyers relocation from larger cities who want that true Okanagan dream, and you want that acreage living without sacrificing access to schools and parks and beaches and that prestige area. Then Coldstream may be for you. This is kind of fancy rural living. Moving on even more past Lavington, number 4 is Lumby, about 25 minutes east of Vernon, just past Lavington, like I say. Part of the North Okanagan, but now we are outside of the greater Vernon border. Lumby, in fact, is its own village with an estimated population in 2024 of 2,246 people, so it's small. Your neighbors, for better or for worse, know you. Lumby is a charming small town nestled in the Monashee foothills. It has one traffic light, and it's a flashing one, so I don't even know if you call it that. You don't even have to wait for it to change. It's more of a guideline. Lumby surrounded by natural beauty with trails and rivers and mountain views. It's a more affordable acreage option, especially great for young families or retirees who want some elbow room and they want a community. Acreages here will run around, well, $650,000 to $2.5 million, depending on size, condition, and outbuildings. There is one for $5 million on a private lake, one for $6.8 million right now with a 200-acre equestrian center, but those are outliers. In Lumby, you'll find that rural charm, wildlife, friendly neighbors, plus it's a hidden gem for remote workers who want that kind of cabin in the woods lifestyle without sacrificing amenities. You're still only 25 minutes outside of Vernon. It's a bit of a drag in the winter to drive into Vernon on Highway 6, but they do keep the highway pretty clear. Now, last but not least on our list is Armstrong, also not part of Vernon. Armstrong is just 20 minutes north of Vernon, and it's its own city as well, with approximately 5,323 folks living there in 2024. Armstrong, and Spell Machine offers flat usable farmland and acreage properties. This is where you'll find the horsey properties, the flat arable land, the big barns, equestrian type places, along with lots of smaller hobby farms as well. It has a cute historic downtown, vibrant community events, and a well-known country fair, the IPE, the Interior Provincial Exhibition, on the September long weekend. Armstrong's ideal for small-scale farming, like I say, equestrian properties, or you'll get a lot of multi-generational living there as well. Acreages in Armstrong start around, well, at least in 2025, around 1 million for say 2 to 5 acres or a little more, and you'll get a home with that. Larger farms and estates with 20 plus acres can range from 1.5 to about 3 million. Armstrong really blends that real rural living cowboy style with that small town charm, making it a strong choice for buyers who want a little or maybe a lot of land without total isolation. Again, you're still very close to Vernon. You're like 15, 20 minutes out. And if you want more info on Armstrong, make sure to watch our video on the Armstrong neighborhood. So there you have it, the top 5 acreage areas near Vernon in 2025. To recap, BX, private, upscale, closest to town. Lavington, laid back, bit more affordable. Rural Coldstream, views, prestige, proximity, not more affordable. Lumby, small town living, your gateway to the Monashees actually. And number 5, Armstrong, fertile farmland and family-friendly vibes. So whether you're looking to raise chickens, plant a vineyard, or just spread out and enjoy the view, there's an acreage out there with your name on it. If you'd like a personal list of acreage homes currently available in any of these areas, or you're just curious about what your rural property might be worth, feel free to reach out. We at RE/MAX Vernon Salt Fowler would be happy to help. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Just add some.